morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lusanda Yose. If you're a first time viewer here, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget the notification bell and leave a comment down below. As you can already tell by the title of this video, this is a story time. It is a story time of how I almost got admitted into a mental institution because wow, Abafana the boys have never loved us. So it's gonna be a two-part story time where I'm gonna be sharing with you guys what happened to an 8-year relationship that I was in from the age of 13 until I was 21, and how much that broke me and how I got out of the situation and molded myself to be a better person, which is the person that I am. But most importantly, it started with breaking me. Guys, ndandi, 5 to being admitted into an institution, I promise you guys. Anyway, without any further delays, let's jump straight into it. So Umo Guy and I started dating when I was 13 in 2004. He was a bit older because by 85. Chilled vibes at that time, deserve alcohol full time. So for a full year, the relationship was a phone relationship. In 2005, I'm lying. 2005, when it was time to go back to Welcome, I refused point blank kumama that and we really never welcome. And you know when you're a teenager or in love is struck on the brain, and you uphila ku cloud nine, your own bubble. I said to my mom I wasn't going back to Welcome to live with my grandparents. And because my mom is the person that she is, Zanga Benti Luisa, she was like, cool. In January, nomntwa safuna isikolo so it home. I remember very well. Saqala St. Jude's asathathwa. No, ndathathwa mna akathathwa yena. So we left saying that siyodeposita imali for me. Yena wabe ethathwe Morning Star. So it was sikwezi izikolo zilapha eweyini, so there isn't really order kwezi zikolo zethu, so it would leave ingangelizwe guys around about 8. Phofu and for me was 7 guys. Would leave ingangelizwe around about 8. Sasisaziwa bakhona le couples osolokamba boyithu. We did that for a good year. Grade 11, which was 2006, we did that again. Now things were getting heated because that was the same year that I got pregnant. So spice ngoku juice kunalava nalanto okay, the preggies. Although I'm young, I wasn't proud of my pregnancy, as I'm saying, because I was young and I was in denial for the longest time. Okay, that was 2006. 2007, we both went to grade 12. Grade 12, we decided that matric jackets is I'm gonna write so and so so, he's gonna write so and so so. My friends, what happens if you break up? But Ukiel was in love most and young and naive. So I was like, I suka, so fast lahlane. Fine. And then after that, we carried on for 2008. Okay, 2007. I-results zethu thina zalisaphuma ngo-December ke-matric results zethu. 2007, he lost his mom. I was there, we were there, like sasi-happy. Me, him, umntana wethu, sasi-happy, siyi-family, we were united. He kept on saying, you guys are the only thing I have in the world. Whoa, so happy. So I love big 3. Chilled. 2008. Alright. 2009. Alright. But 2009, he started cheating. In 2009, I now had to go live in Joburg. So when I was living in Joburg, I discovered or I heard through the grapevine that no man, we are cheetah. I didn't confront him about it. Anytime the phone, I'd get hold of him. So we were chilled. 2009 September, I came back to Mthatha. Ekubuyeni kwami ndibona uba no difference ikhona. Fine. Does acknowledge like as a red flags. You know when you're in love, you ignore the red flags, but guys. I ignored the red flags for 2009, the whole, like the 3 months. Then 31st of December, we were supposed to go together somewhere, but we're changing last minute. Exchanging back in last minute, I ended up ndihamba no cousin sister back. Chilled. Then Caba uhambe with the other girl. The other girl, what she did was really low because she kept on tagging me, people. She kept on tagging me. And at that time, she had invited me under a false name or her second name, I don't know. But she kept on tagging me, fine. So, Nane cousins was okay. We stayed in East London for the 31st, 1st, 2nd, 3rd for 3 days. Nge-3rd sabuya. Ekubuyeni kwethu nge-3rd, guys, I do not know. To this day, I do not know what came over me that day. When I came back, I suddenly had this anger and this rage inside of me that I need to go get my man back. He needs to tell me where this relationship is going. So I went to his regular spot where he hangs with his boys. He wasn't there. Somebody gave me a tip off that he's with this girl at this girl's flat. Guys, I was still living under the shadow of parents, which is my mom. Girl was a student in the area from the village, so she had her own place. So he also enjoyed Lonto, who had more free time on her hands than I did, because I obviously had to do homely duties and I couldn't always be available. Fine. I went there and I figured there was a little baby that was lying in between them in bed. I didn't ask questions as to who the baby was and who it belonged to. I simply said to the guy that I'd like to talk to you. He refused. I got out. I went to a tavern that was in the area. If you're familiar with Husbaya complex, then, but unfortunately I cannot name drop. Then I went to Le Tavern Ilapa, Kabazbaya. The girls there were kind of my friends. So I went there and I asked for water. They gave me water and get jaya cross and black ball, guys. Jar mayonnaise. I drank the water. I gulped it down. I asked for a second thing. I gulped it down and I went back. As I went back, I found him approaching the gate. A puma. Like I said, I don't know where the rage and anger came from, but I grabbed him and I asked what was he doing. He simply said, Yo, was I now that kind of person? I felt defeated and that just brought on more rage and more anger. I started hitting him. I hit him until we got to his place. When we got to his place, I took our matric jackets, I took our album, I took any memories that we'd shared together and I burnt them to ashes. After doing all of that, I took Oha's pipe and I wet the bed. Like, guys, and to this day, I still think I was demon possessed or something. And then I did all of that. Okay? After doing all of that, I took his key and I left. So there's a shortcut coming to my house from his house. He took the shortcut, I took the long route. By the time I got in the gate, he was also by the gate. Uzo reporta kumama. what I did, and my response was his key was lost, and that was it. I was not going to show any remorse. I simply said that the key was lost, and if he wanted to go and lay charges, he was free to do so. I would even accompany him to the police station. Fine, Wapola, and left. Day two, the Sunday. This all transpired on a Saturday, guys. I still remember this as if it happened yesterday. I still have a photographic memory of how all the incidences took place. The Sunday morning, early hours of the morning, he called me and told me that his house was broken into because I'd left with the keys and all of that. My response was, if you want to go and lay charges, then please come. Let me just go with you, so that they see that I'm handing myself in. He hung up very angry. The following day, I think I was now calm and back to normal. I woke up, I went to his place, I found him there, and I found him cooking. But he was not cooking to consume the food. He was cooking the food and packing it in lunch boxes. I asked him, why are you packing the food in lunch boxes? He said that the girl who he was cheating with, whom I'd confronted, got a heart attack. She has a heart problem. That shocked. And I said, okay, so it's okay for her to constantly upset me because I don't have a heart condition. But when I do the same to her, then suddenly, heart condition. Okay, chilled. Da hamba ke. Oh no, I apologized to him, and he said that he was going to see her in hospital and all of that. I said I was sorry, and I said he should apologize to her on my behalf for everything that I'd done, and may she recover well. Okay, I left. I went home, and I got home. Ndalala. I slept for a good day. Ndazovuswa ngumama ebusuku. Wabuza, what is wrong? My eyes were swollen, guys, when my mom woke me up. I said nothing was wrong, and I just wanted to sleep more. The following day, the Monday, I got up, and I knew that I wanted to leave Umtata. I asked my mom if I could leave. She said, yes, sure, why not? I left. I went to Durban. I registered at a college in Durban. And at that time I was in Durban, I wasn't okay, Mos. Then Goa. Any guy that would hit on me, I'd snap at him, ask him, why are you fooling me? What's so attractive? I lost weight. A huge amount of weight. I remember I was wearing my little sister's clothes. I was 13 to 14 at the age of 21. I lost my confidence. I lost weight, and I was just easily angered by everything. Umdu would do a small mistake, and I just snap at them. I've always been a smart child, but this particular year, my marks dropped. A lot was wrong. Fine, I got home for Easter's. Go March. Hey, does my guy not call me now? My daughter, guys. So Nika calls me. We meet up. And I think, okay, so right, we are back together. I tell my cousins that no, we're okay. I saw him today. He doesn't call again. Okay, Lusanda, sure. I hit rock bottom again, and this time when I hit rock bottom, I start drinking, I start smoking weed. Gee, I become someone else that I do not know. Fast forward, we did the up and down for a good year. 2011, I stood my ground and I said no more. I just can't let someone keep on doing this to me, and I keep on allowing him to do it. Nda hold her back from the edge to interact naye or do anything naye, because that was now drawing me back. But for me, I think those mini appointments kept restored my hope and made me think that maybe there would still be a future. Because after I stopped with those, then I really became ill. I was constantly in bed. I had zero confidence. I don't want to interact with people. At some point, I just wanted to take the overdose, pilisi, and just die. But I didn't. But I wanted to so badly. I had lost weight. I had zero confidence, like I said. I saw no reason to live, because this was the first person who had showed me how a lady is supposed to be loved, and this was the very same person on La Gazelle. So it was just a lot for me. So that's how my 8-year relationship ended, and that's how it almost got me into a mental asylum. And yeah, guys, if there's one thing that you know, but from a relationship, then it's very hard for you to move on. I'm not proud to say that ever since that 8-year relationship, I've never had a relationship last die. A lot of people say it's because I haven't healed, but it's simply because if you are not going to have his traits, then you are not for me. And I've been told that you need to stop looking for your next partner in your previous partner. But if you're not going to have his traits, if you're not going to understand the love languages that we shared, because even we are great co-parents. We fight today, we are happy tomorrow. We'll call each other up and say, hey, can't you pay my lunch? He's my friend. Hey, hey, can't you pay my? And that's how we are at the moment. And I've come to learn and accept that Mnanaye make better friends than lovers. Mnanaye make better co-parents than lovers. Although a breakup Naya broke me, it also molded me. Yeah, and by now he's on relationship number 3 after me. I'm still struggling just to maintain a relationship. Relationship ending in Akuyo, I always feel like Lomtu is not doing enough. And Lamtu is not going to do enough because I ain't Guye. So I take expectations as a previous relationship into a new relationship. And I know that is wrong. But in good time, I know that it is all right. And I'm not rushing my healing. My healing might take up to 20 years. And you might judge me if you want to judge me. But when I'm good and ready and healed, then I'll move on and I'll be okay. I won't look for love. I'll let love find me. Because I think that's what's important, is that you should let love find you. Now that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you for tuning in. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so that every time I post a video, you are notified. I'm trying, guys, so much to be consistent, but it is really a struggle for me, especially for the industry that I'm in, the food industry, because I could say that I'm going to shoot, and shoot, and then I get a call from work that there's a booking. I say that I'll shoot in the evening. By the time I get home, I'm exhausted, but I'm going to try and be consistent, yeah? Yeah, guys, see you on the next one. Over and out, soldiers. Over and out.